Nigeria ranked among Africa's worst governed countries in new 2024 Mo Ibrahim report. Can you imagine? Yes, so this is if Nigeria is, ranked among the worst governed countries, and it is true because Nigeria is supposed to be number one country in the whole of Africa. In fact, without Nigeria, there should be no Africa. But now they see that giant of Africa, and that is an old glory. Right now, Nigeria is almost an ant of Africa, no longer a giant. It's because of bad leadership, corrupt leadership, stealing, and all kinds of things. Nigeria has been ranked among the worst governed countries in Africa, according to the 2024 Ibrahim Index of African Governance, IIAG. So the report published by the Mo Ibrahim Foundation revealed that Nigeria slipped 3 places, now ranking 33 out of 54 African countries. So this marks a concerning deterioration in governance over the past decade, making Nigeria one of the 11 African countries with the worst governance decline since 2014. So the IIAG, which has been published since 2007, provides a comprehensive assessment of governance across the African continent. So it evaluates countries based on various metrics, including security, rule of law, economic opportunities, human development, and participation in democratic processes, which is selection. So the data is collected from 49 independent sources to gauge how well African countries have managed governance over the years. So in Nigeria's case, the 2024 report highlighted significant governance failures. The country scored poorly in key indicators key performance indicators such as security and the rule of law, 39%, accountability and transparency, 47%, and anti-corruption efforts, where it received a particularly low score of 28.9%. The report also revealed that Nigeria's performance on social protection, inclusion, quality, and infrastructure remained low, contributing to its poor governance rating. Moreover, the report shows that the governance crisis in Africa is part of a continental trend, as security challenges and shrinking democratic spaces have hampered progress. So Mo Ibrahim, the foundation's chair, stated that the governance backslide in countries like Nigeria threatens the economic and social development gains made in recent years. So he noted that while the challenges are global, they are especially problematic for Africa, where long-standing developmental issues are exacerbated by these governance failures. Despite the worrying trends, the report did highlight success stories across the continent. Countries such as Seychelles, Gambia, and Sierra Leone showed improvement in governance. Seychelles, for instance, overtook Mauritius as the best governed African nation, showcasing that progress is possible even amid broader continental challenges. So in contrast, Nigeria finds itself grouped with countries like Sudan, Mozambique, and Senegal, of which experienced significant governance deterioration in the last decade. Nigeria is always pointing downwards. If you look at the trend of Nigeria right from the time of independence, you will know that Nigeria is dipping down. And why is it dipping down? It's not God's making, it's human making. It's because of the kind of leaders that we have year in, year out, regime in, regime out, and all of that. All the resources, all the development that the British left with us at independence, Nigerians have squandered them and have destroyed them. All the properties and infrastructures that the British left, Nigerians could not maintain them and they couldn't even build new ones. Quite unfortunate. Now, as if that is not enough, the corruption in government it kept on increasing, kept on skyrocketing right from especially from 1984 when Buhari overthrew Shagari's government, and then 1985 when Babangida overthrew Buhari's government, and then Abacha's government that took over from Babangida's government after annulling the 1993 June 12th election of Abiola. So military showed that, they showed Nigerians the way to corruption. And then when democracy started up again in 1999, we begin to see that the politicians are now perfecting the corruption by the military. So it's been trending downward with economic woes. Not that we don't have natural resources, but now all the institutions in Nigeria are all weakened, and then the resources in Nigeria are going into individual pockets. The revenues Nigeria generates every year is stolen by individual politicians and people in government. Okay, so they say Nigeria is broke, but individual politicians are richer than Nigeria. That is what we are. So rather than empowering the institutions, they empower themselves and weaken the institutions. So the institutions is unable to checkmate them and prosecute them. Very bad. Very bad. So the woes will continue until there's a change in leadership. That is it. Or leadership style, whatever it can be called. Because a country where Yoruba tribe has imposed Yoruba supremacy in Nigeria through their tribal bigot leader, okay, who is the president, what do you expect? A 6-state tribe dominating 31 other states in government appointment. Well, this is their time. After all, the Hausas have been there right from time, and we've not seen the development in the north, and they have been dominating all along. Right from after independence, the Igbo, the Yorubas, and the Hausas are the people ruling Nigeria. And that is why they said the Igbos can never smell the place because of the hatred for the Igbos. Quite unfortunate. Okay, so the Milokos are just doing their own because it's their turn. The Hausas have been doing their own all along, with the last one being the Buhari's government. So that is it. The southwest and the north are just the people dividing Nigerians into their pocket, leaving other geopolitical zones like the southeast, the south-south, and the middle belt. Quite unfortunate. So say there can't be good governance without sovereignty. No people can fix their land and economies without sovereignty. Okay. On African soil of today, the difference between liberated Africans and puppets of West in Africa is very visible. Liberated Africans have sovereignty. Puppets of Africa in Africa do not have sovereignty. So Nigeria Republic, Burkina Faso, Mali, Uganda, Algeria, Zimbabwe, and even Chad are examples of liberated Africans. Ghana, the illegal world, Nigeria are examples of West puppets in Africa. So liberated Africans are rapidly developing their economies within global South international market, while those under bondage of West are suffering hardship. So we, this is a very good analysis. So these territory natives must liberate from bankrupt British terrorism, nicknamed Nigeria, for sovereignty so as to fix our lands and economies within global South international market. Those who have been hesitating to join our revolutionary warfare for liberating from the illegal world Nigeria now suffering hardship. Okay, under bankrupt British terrorism nicknamed Nigeria, must pick their sword and join our revolutionary warfare for liberation from bankrupt British terrorism nicknamed Nigeria, or remain under the hardship killing them. The sword decides. Who be this one again? Eh? Now, wow, Nigeria is the worst governed in the world and not the worst. I mean, the worstest. Okay, not the worst, the worstest. It's quite unfortunate. And unfortunately, we have leaders that do not have conscience, that are not sensitive, that all these reports don't bother them. They just keep cruising like nothing is happening. Very, very bad. So very, very bad. So it's quite unfortunate. And we hope that, they can reverse the trend. I'm sure they're not ready. So thank you for listening. And let's have a comment over the poor rating of Nigerian governance system in Africa.